What's up, everyone? It's Majinzaku at MajinHobby. We have two more DSPIAE products to look at today. The first one being the Craft Tools Rack, which I'm actually a big fan of. Also, probably the most asked about DSPIAE product review, the single-bladed nippers. These are the version 3s, the STA 3.0. I own the 2.0s here, and I use them a lot for resin and things other than Bandai plastic. I liked them a lot. I did have to do some sharpening of the blade to get them to perform more closely to the ultimate nippers that I use for Bandai plastics. So I can't wait to see what the version 3.0 looks like. All right, so first of all, let's take a look at the box for the tool rack. Very nice packaging. If DSPIAE does nothing else correctly, they do packaging correctly. Sorry for the glare. My overhead light is directly above, so I'll do the best I can with that. So there's some information about the product, their logos, picture of the product completed. This does come in separate pieces, so you have to assemble, although it's not very difficult. I think it's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. The bottom has some more information. Its weight is about 640 grams, so there's quite a bit of weight to it for it being aluminum. And I believe it's CNC'd out of a solid block, so it's not just bent sheet aluminum. Very sturdy, very nice looking. I also believe that it is electroplated and it's not paint. Let's open up the lid, see what we got inside. Instructions for the assembly. So the main body, you have an insert for the main body. You have the block for brushes, and then there's an insert for the nippers that goes inside the main body there. And that's pretty much it. Inside, you have the main body, the bottom insert, the block for, as I said, tweezers or brushes or whatever, and then you have an insert for the main body. So I have it already together. Look at that. A beautiful color, nice plating. The edges are machined to be silver. The texture is nice. I mean, this is a really heavy piece of equipment. This block does come out, so if you so choose, I believe you could use this separately. Let's see. Let's put some of these. They're red too, so that might look cool. You could put them in there. Actually, I think all 4 of those will fit right there in that slot. So you could put them in there. The only problem is the bottom is exposed. So if you were to leave this separate, I think you would want to cover that in something, maybe some sheet plastic or cardboard or something. Otherwise, it'll be dragging the edges on the surface of your desk. So it's a heavy block. It's all one solid block of aluminum. So it's weighted. It will hold just about everything you put in there. What else can I jam in there? Anything, more brushes, maybe? One of those. Will this go in there? Yeah, so it's sturdy enough, heavy enough, that it will hold long tools without being torqued over. So that's handy. Let's just put that back in its slot. So you can put whatever you want here. Nippers go here, or wide tools. I was putting some of my files in there. All my nippers will go in there. And let's see, what else? I have a bottle of Mr. Dissolve Putty. That does fit in the open slot there. So it's large enough to hold, you know, super glue or whatever you want to put in there. I had originally my dust brush from Gun Primer just sat in there. So I'd be interested to know, those of you who own this or maybe a similar tool holder, what do you use it for? How do you have your tools arranged? I am sure that there's a lot of people out there that would be interested. Anybody who's interested in tools as much as I am, and I know there's a few of you out there because you've told me so, I think they would be interested in knowing how you utilize your space in one of these tools. So if you could send me pictures or comments about what you keep in here, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'll make sure that all my Instagram information is linked down below so you can send me some pictures. But very cool. I'm happy with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this because I have a kind of customized tool holder on my pegboard back here. So I might not use it. This might have to be part of the next giveaway we do. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. So let's move on to a tool that I think I will keep. This is the DSPIAE STA 3.0. This is the third version of their single-bladed nippers. And the box, again, is sturdy. I didn't show you the thickness of the first box, but look at that. I mean, they put some serious thought and money into their packaging. And I would say that Gun Primer and DSPIAE are probably the only two companies that are really going this far out on their packaging. Most of the tool packaging is garbage compared to this. So packaging 10 out of 10, no doubt. So yeah, back to this. The texture on these boxes is like a matte, almost rubberized finish. It feels really nice. And this would be a great box to hold your tools after you've removed what's inside of them, right? Like, for example, my catch tray is the Gun Primer Razor Kit box. So it's got a foam insert, and as I'm using tools, I toss them in there. It's not their permanent home, but it's kind of like the temporary catch-all while I'm building. This would be another good box for that. I think, again, sturdy construction, really nice graphics and text. Oh, there's some instructions on how you're actually supposed to use the nippers there. But those are repeated on the inside. They show you again, same image. This is a safety protector thing for your blade. So that pops in like that, and this snaps over it. This is genuine leather as far as I can tell, and the snap is really nice. It says STA on the front of that, and DSPIAE is stamped into the leather. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that looks like genuine leather. So you get one of those. This tray pops out with your tool and your tools tool underneath it. Whoa. Whoops. Inside here, we have a dust cloth, a wipe down cloth. Very nice. These are instructions, what to do and what not to do. Basically, you don't want to cut your runner at an angle. You want to use it kind of perpendicular to the runner. And they're supposed to be adjusted so that the blade hits the middle of the blunt side, not on the edge. Because as you're putting pressure on the blade, it could pop over the other side of the blunt side and kind of ruin the sharp edge. But just basic information there, and this is your warranty card, after sales service warranty period. Goes into detail on that. All right, on to the important stuff, the nipper. Nice laser engraving on the tool itself. This is the DSPIAE logo, Craft Tools. Here it says STA 3.0. There is a good bit of oil coming out of the joint, which means this is properly lubricated from the factory. Mine showed up completely covered in oil on all surfaces, and that's a good thing. You don't want this rusting as it's sitting on a shelf somewhere, and that oil will prevent it from rusting. So good job there. The blade, is extremely sharp, like razor sharp. I can feel that digging into my fingerprint. Very sharp. We'll check that against my set of ultimate nippers here in a second. But the other thing that comes in this layer is the tool for the limit regulator. So this is just a mini Allen wrench, and it goes into this set screw to adjust the travel, or I should say the end point of the nippers. And they are factory adjusted. Yep, that is closing perfectly on the blunt side. Very nice. That's very sharp. Okay, so compared to the version 2s, the grip is a little more red. The version 2 was kind of orange compared to this red. The logos are different. The laser engraving is different. Everything else seems to be pretty much exactly the same. I want to say that the angle of the blade is just a little bit lower. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's true. Yeah. The angle of this blade is slightly less than the version 2, which in my opinion is a good thing. Everything else is the same. The design of the tool is the same. The pins are in the same place. The set screws are in the same place. The angle of the 3.0 has changed, and it seems to me that the sharpness of the blade has changed. I had to sharpen my 2.0s straight out of the box when I first got them. This is my newer pair of God hands. And that's very sharp. Wow, they feel very much the same. All right, I have some plastic here. I'm going to do a little cutting to see what we get. Let's see what the God hands will do. That is very comparable. Let's do that again. Ultimate nipper, cutting right at the edge of the blade. Very little distress. Again, very little distress. I would say that these two are cutting exactly the same. So that's my scientific impression, that these two nippers are very comparable. So if you like red or you like blue, it's up to you. I believe the DSPIAEs will be a little bit cheaper than the Ultimate nippers. They're both fantastic at cutting plastic. So give them a shot if you are in the market for new nippers. I would say you can't go wrong with the 3.0. I was slightly disappointed with the version 2. The version 3 has fixed the issues that I had, and I am super happy to own these. Well, that's it, guys. I hope this helped you a little bit. Taking a look at the tool block and the nippers from DSPIAE. Both fantastic products. Packaging is a 10 out of 10, and I think the construction is definitely a 10 out of 10. The cutting quality, I suppose I can't find anything wrong with it. I'm going to have to say that it's a 10 out of 10. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the view. If this helped you lean one way or the other, give me a like and subscribe so you can view more of these videos in the future. Hope you're having a great day, and wash your hands.